Okay, we believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds. And one day we will shine like the stars. We are a great nation. Good afternoon, this afternoon, everyone, wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice. This is the voice of Festus Adelaja or Mobabatisha, welcoming you all to another interesting episode of Youth Pulse on God's 104.9 FM. And for generations to come, that is why we are preparing ourselves as youths. Because the elders of today were once youths in their own time. So we youths today will be the elders of tomorrow. And they will say, if the foundation be destroyed, what will the righteous do? It will go back to scratch, right? To start building from scratch. And that's why we are preparing ourselves for the generation to come. Youth Pulse, for the sake of those who are joining us for the very first time, this is your number one. This is your darling youth mentorship program on radio. And we come up every Friday by 2 p.m. As we learn, we relearn, and we unlearn. And I want to tell you, are you a youth, a student, a young adult, a core member, either in secondary or tertiary institution? Are you a youth? Did you fall into the youthful demography? This is your show, and this is our show. I am just here as your mouthpiece to represent your interest. And we have always been meeting like this to learn, to relearn, and to unlearn. And I want to tell you once again, go and tell somebody that knows somebody, to inform somebody that knows somebody, that it is time to pause with the rhythm of the reality of the youth. We are all we have, we defend our land. If you know that you are all you have, if I know that I am all I have, then the place of developing myself, the place of you developing yourself should not be taken for granted. So if you know that you are all that you have, I want to tell you, you will prepare yourself for the future to come. You will prepare yourself for the generation to come. So you are all you have, I am all I have. So that's why I don't take Youth Pulse for granted. I don't take self-development for granted. Today is the 13th day of February 2026. It is a day that means a lot to a good number of us. First of all, today is the World Radio Day. And I'm using this moment to give a shout out to all radio lovers, all radio presenters, and all radio callers, all radio listeners out there. We are saying what? Happy World Radio Day. To some of us, radio means life. That's just it. We live with radio, we live on radio, we live to talk, we live by talking. And we talk to live as well. So everything about us involves around talking. So happy World Radio Day to you all. We are a great nation, being the 13th day of February 2026. Also, let me quickly use this medium to also wish my very good friend and brother, an exceptional colleague, Olayinka Alabi. That is our studio manager. Happy birthday to you, Olayinka Alabi. 13th of February is a unique day. We celebrate you, bro. Our studio manager, our very fine and eloquent Yoruba presenter, newscaster as well. Emang Bolorik Bagede Royin or Roilu. I think Arin Agiju, yes. He is the hunter in the wilderness. That's why he fought lion and he won. Olayinka Alabi, happy birthday to you, bro. You will live to celebrate more and more and more many years. As God tarries, I wish you happy birthday once again, brother. All right, so let's go into the main business for the day as we look into the conversation. But before that, just like our culture is, before we will go on our short musical break, we always take our watchword, our driving force, our motivation for the week. That is a statement carved out from the speech of Mr. President. So let's listen once again.
Day one, hit the ground running. Day 2, continue running. Day 3, don't rest. Think and do. Select the best teams that will help build a better Nigeria.
1, hit the ground running. Day 2, hit the ground running. So last week Friday we started a series on our emotional intelligence, and we started talking about what's our temperament. And one thing I discovered is hit the ground running. The president have told us hit the ground running, but we have different ways of running. Some people run fast and some people run slowly. We have different pace, we have different strengths as well, and that is what brought us to the issue of temperament. And we started last week understanding your temperament, the different type of temperament. And one thing I discovered is what we have different temperament. We are different, and we said that temperament is different from your zodiac sign. Your temperament as well is different from your character, is different from your attitude. So last week we have looked at the sanguine, and this week we'll be going to another temperament, and we'll be talking about the choleric this afternoon. Who are the cholerics? How do you know if you are choleric or you're a leader? How do you manage the choleric? What are the strengths and what are the weaknesses of the choleric? Those who have the choleric temperament, what are their strengths and what are the best career option for the choleric? Those are some of the things we will be talking about this afternoon. But we'll go on a short musical break, and after the musical break, we'll continue. We are saving our own lives. One thing is, life is about choice, and every day you have one choice or the other to make. You have the opportunity to decide either to act or not to act. But one thing we all need to understand, and one reality that you all need to live with, is you are a product of your action and inaction. You are a product. Your life is a result. Who you are and where you are is a product and a result of what you choose to do or what you choose not to do. So without much ado, let's talk about the choleric temperament this afternoon. Alright, that being said, are you a parent, either a father or a mother, a young boy or a young girl? Are you a mentor or you are a teacher, and you notice some traits in you? You notice some kind of change of character in you, and some people will have been like, why am I even acting this way? You remember last week I said something. You will see most of the time teachers will be like, why can't you be like your brother? Some parents will be like, why can't you be like your sister? And I said what? Treat everybody just the way they are. Treat your children like as who he is. But there is no way you will understand who any of your children is without what? Understanding their temperament. So this afternoon we are talking about temperament, and we are looking at the choleric temperament. Now when we say choleric, we should understand something. And what prompted this conversation is when somebody said, okay, maybe some people were not being able to maximize their potential, right? Because of their temperament. Let's look at something, for example. Look at Victor Osimhen and look at Lukman Ademola. They are both footballers. They are both strikers, doing well both in the national team and at their club level. But if you look at Lukman, he's an introvert. Even when you give him an interview, you hardly hear him talk. But look at Osimhen. For example, Baba will talk, Baba will fight. That's just who he is. And if you look at him, he's a very good example of what's choleric. Yeah. Victor Osimhen, just if you look at them, they are both strikers. They are doing well. So, your temperament should not be your limitation. All you need is what? To understand. To understand what works for you and what did not work for you. What matters most is for you as a person to understand how to capitalize on the strengths of your temperament. How do you know if your child, if your youth is having this choleric temperament? Or you as a youth, how will you know if your temperament is choleric? Let's start from there. How will you know? Number one, you will see naturally cholerics are what? They are strong-willed. Choleric are strong-willed. Some people is one lagidi. That is just who they are naturally. If you tell other children, live there, they will run away. But choleric will stand. So they're kind of strong-willed. If they are not convinced, they won't do it. They are the ones that will see that they easily argue. Don't go, they will tell you they want to go. That is choleric. Naturally, even right from childhood. If you tell other children, drop it, they will say they are not dropping it. They will put it behind. Or as a teacher, you will see them, they always argue with you in the class. No, auntie, that thing you wrote on the board is not correct. Other students saw it and they did not talk, but choleric will talk. They have this boldness. They are always bold. And you will see choleric. Another thing you will notice is what? Choleric are blunt. They are blunt. Others will still be like, let's say this way. Choleric will just, they will say sojo abeniko. And when you bank penny, awi koko lojo oloro. They are not afraid of you. They will say it and whatever will be. Let it what? Let it be. That is choleric for you. They don't really care about your feelings. But they will say what they have in mind. You can't catch them unaware. They have answer for everything you say. According to what Yoruba will say. That is choleric for you. Now, another thing you should understand is what? You will see that they have this kind of ruggedity. Once they make up their mind that they want to do something, until they finish it, they don't give up easily. They're like boss. They don't give up easily. So what I'm saying is, you will see some children, they easily take charge anywhere they are, or as a youth, at office, in the school. Naturally, they easily take charge. It is a product of temperament in most cases. When others are like, should we do it or we should not? Choleric will go ahead. When you see tasks that other youths, other people are kind of afraid of, choleric will dare it. They dare things. They dare things. They are not afraid of losing. And they are always determined to win. So once you begin to see those type of traces in yourself, just know that your temperament is what? Choleric. They are not afraid of confrontation. When someone will be like, if I talk, they will scold me. Choleric is not afraid. Yes, you scold him, he will scold you back. He will play the song for you. If you scold me, I will scold you. Fight me. So that is choleric for you. They are confrontational, just by nature. Now, what am I trying to say? Some parents will not be like, it is stubborn you. Don't you see your colleague? Don't you see the other one as quiet as he is? No. What you need is what? To understand who that boy is. What you need to do is to understand who you are. Some people will be like I said, one of my books, Echoes of Me. What prompted me to write the book was when I was asking the question, who am I? When I was trying to discover myself. I discovered that there are some things I do. For example, if you're in a meeting, I will talk, and at times I will see some people, they will be in the meeting, all through the meeting. They won't utter a word. And I will be like, and at times I will be in a meeting. Some people, everything you say, they want to object, and I will be looking. Why are they so objective? Why are they so domineering? And I began to study, and I discovered that our temperament differs. Our temperament differs. There are some things I will be afraid of. There are some things I will be scared of. But we see that they are not a kind of scared of it. It's because of what? We have different temperaments. And cholerics, they're kind of hard to persuade. They are hard to persuade, choleric, in most cases. You have to give them why. So, like I said, we are looking at the choleric temperament this afternoon. After a few minutes now, we'll talk about the strengths of the choleric. What are their strengths? All right, so welcome back. And to the second ones who are listening to us, I know most of you are choleric in nature. Yeah, in fact, in most cases, your elder one will be like, Aburo with is stubborn, because stubborn is just being choleric. Now let's look at the strengths of choleric. Their natural strength. In Yoruba, they call temperament Iwa Abinibi. Iwa Abinibi, Iwa not bimo any. Not that you'll learn it. Now, if we look at the strength of the choleric, number one, we see leadership. Naturally, the choleric are leaders. They are born leaders. They lead easily. They take charge easily. They think fast. Even when others are still feeling reluctant, should I or should I not? Choleric is already acting. So once we see them, you see that they volunteer to lead groups. Go and check who will be our class captain. They volunteer easily for leadership. When others are like, I don't want to do it. Choleric volunteer easily. And they make decision quick in times of crisis. When others are, hey, Kilamasheba, you, what should we do like this? Choleric have acted fast. So one thing is what? They are natural leaders. Naturally, they are leaders when we are talking about choleric, they are very comfortable with authority, and most of the time they seek it. Choleric are naturally, they want to be in charge. Even in your office, if you have a choleric colleague, go and check. They will want to be in charge of that department. Even if they are not the one, go and check. If they are not in charge, they usually give their leaders problem. I'm sorry to say that we still get to their weakness because it is in their nature. They just want to be in charge. So most of the time you see them a kind of being forceful or fierceful against someone who is ahead of them. But take note, we have difference between a leader and a boss. If you are looking for a leader, I don't think choleric is reasonable. But if you are looking for a boss, put a choleric there. They are disciplined. A boss is different from a leader. Maybe we take time to analyze that on another episode. Take note, a boss is different from a leader. In most cases, choleric make good bosses, but not good leaders. Take note of that. In most cases, quote me anywhere, cholerics, they make good bosses, but not good leaders in most cases. But they want to be in charge most of the time. Another strength of the choleric temperament is what? Decisiveness. They decide fast. If you want to have problem with choleric, be indecisive. They hate indecision. What should we do? And you are thinking, should I not? If your indecision is taking too long, you have altercation with the choleric. So when you understand that the boss you are working under, when you understand your brother, when you understand your child is choleric, most of the time, what do? Always learn to act fast if you don't want to have problem with them. And in most cases, they give instruction. Do this. They hate it when you question their instruction. Just do it. So once you see that, that's another strength of the choleric. They decide fast. Even when others are thinking, should I not or shouldn't I? They decide fast. And they are disciplined. I've said that before. If you want to instill discipline in your team, maybe you have a team and you discover that maybe your workers they come to work late, they do this, they do that, and over that you want, put a choleric in charge. You want them to sit up, put a choleric in charge. Put a choleric in charge. They are disciplined. That's another strength of the choleric. Then let's talk about their ambition. Cholerics are always high-driven and ambition. They don't believe in impossibility. They will still try it first. And that's why if you check most of the inventors, a good number of them are choleric. They don't believe it is not possible. They set big goals. This is what I want to achieve. And like I said, they don't give up easily. One lagidi gon boss ni won. Ṣé boss non pe abi boss. Boss won kin ku boro. So, yes, won kin ku boro. That is choleric for you. So what I'm saying is what? They are always ambitious. And most of the time they thrive in they are competitive in nature. They are competitive in nature. So like I said, if you want to envision your team, if you want to drive a team, envision a choleric. Envision a choleric. When you envision them, forget what others are afraid of doing. They will do it without feeling guilty. Then another strength of the choleric is you see that they are always confident. They are not afraid. They are not afraid. Even you see, they will be the one challenging authority of their parents at home. Mommy, you are the one that said we should not do it, and you are doing it. If you notice that in your child, he's being cold. That's just one others will be like, well, daddy ni. Whatever daddy does, daddy is always right. Choleric will tell you, you said we should not do this, but you are doing it. So go and check most of the activists, human rights, people who fight for human rights. Go and check a good number of them. They are choleric by temperament. They have this choleric temperament. I will have make a very good example, but I won't do that. Baba just I say subsidy gone. That's all. Subsidy gone. Another person that's okay, my fellow Nigerians, understanding the situation in the country, we all need to come up with an explanation. Subsidy gone. So choleric, like I said, they are what? Confidence. They are bold. They take their actions boldly, without remorse, without regret. When the world
must come together as one.
Apart from that, you will see that they are risk takers. Somebody that said subsidy gone, you know that people will react, but he didn't. Subsidy gone. He's not even afraid. Maybe the people will. How will it feel? And in most cases, they will have done their homework. They will just come, give you the authority, order. And if we talk about their career option as time goes on. So looking at the choleric, you will see another thing we see there is what? Strong will. You cannot easily intimidate them. You cannot easily intimidate a choleric. That's why you see, if you say, hey, leave there, they will still stand. Others will have run away. Choleric will still, who still stay there? After they even shout back at you. Let's go on a short commercial break. And after the short commercial break, we continue with the conversation.
Parents, children, guardian, listen up. Join us at Jeria Oak International College for your open day and enrollment week happening every weekday from Friday, February 20th to Friday, February 27th, 2026. Don't go too far for a secondary school that you can trust. We are a new school welcoming both day students and boarders. Thoughtfully designed to give your child a modern, supportive place to learn and grow. Don't go too far for modern ICT laboratories, library, sports areas, and all facilities needed for your child to grow. Meet our experienced teachers, speak with admission officers, and ask questions bothering your mind for academic session starting September 2026. Enroll with us now with JSS 1 to JSS 3 or visit us at Prince Adedoyin Olorunlobo Street opposite St. Augustine University in Lara Ekpe, Lagos. Any weekday from February 20th to February 27th. J. Royal Oak International College, preparing tomorrow's leaders today.
We are still on the issue of temperament, emotional intelligence, understanding yourself, understanding the people you are leading. Yeah, still on the choleric, we've talked about their strong-willed. When Baba said subsidy gone, we shouted, we did everything. They don't apologize. They only give you reason to see what other temperament will be like. Apologize. Some may even withdraw whatever they've said or make a U-turn on their decision. When you see a child who don't easily apologize, just take note, they are choleric. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, they will still be telling you, no, this is why I did it. You have to read. So they can argue. And at times they will even say nonsense with confidence. So I'm not insulting them. I'm just telling you about their temperament, so that if this is how you behave, just know yourself that what you are having the choleric temperament, and they are goal oriented. They are goal oriented. If we look at the just concluded AFCON, during the quarterfinal, Nigeria is already leading 4-0. Victor Osimhen wants more goal. Others are now playing to entertain, and that's what guys, you understand? So once they are not seeing the results, you frustrate them easily. So people are like, Osimhen, why would even me too? Where I was watching the ball, I was like, Osimhen, she's Suruna. Osimhen, I'm one of his fans. I love Osimhen. Yeah, I love Osimhen. That's just the truth. So what I'm saying is, if you check most of them, because they have a goal. So if you are doing anything, a sanguine will work just for fun, for entertainment. Choleric is working for results. And that's why you will see that the last time when they drew against Zimbabwe, Osimhen kind of took it up against his teammates. Because of what? We have a goal. Let's just win this match. How manage? So when you are working with a choleric, just know that what? You must also be goal driven. You must be goal driven, because cholerics are goal oriented. Until they achieve what they set out to do, they don't give up. They are not working for fun. They are not there to play. Choice we are making, we are saving our own life. One thing we need to understand is life is a product of choice. Every day we have choices to make. Should I go to work or not? Should I sleep more or I should stand up? Should I read or I should play? Everything about us is what? About choice. That's why the Yoruba will say human being, they call it eniyan. 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 Person where they choose. So every day you have to choose whether you will do or not. And without much ado, let's look at some of the common challenges with the choleric. Common challenges with the choleric. Why people easily have issue with them. What are some of the weaknesses they do have? And number one here is what? Impatience. Wọn kì í ní sùúrù. If you make a choleric your team leader, go and check. Most of the team members will be complaining. Because of what? That's their nature. They don't have that patience to explain things to you. They are bossy naturally. So that's one of the common challenge of the choleric temperament. Even when others are like, let's do it this way, they will tell you, just do what I've told you. They want it done their own way. So most of the time, they easily get frustrated with the slow thinkers. So if you know as a person that you have the choleric temperament, that's your temperament, learn to be patient with people. I used Victor Osimhen and Lookman as example because we all watched the AFCON. The guy ran out of patience. That's just his temperament. Guy, play like a team. Others, no. So most of the time, they just want it done now. So they are kind of impulsive in nature. And that's why you see that at times, people easily fall out of relationship or fall out of line with them. Because at times they easily lose interest. That's another thing. Even though they are resilient. But if you are frustrating them, they may lose interest. Just push you one side and pick. So if you are a leader, you are a team leader, you are a teacher, you are a lecturer, even as a youth or you are a parent, take note of this in your children and always tell them to be patient. And in most cases, if you tell them don't do this, not that they are that stubborn. I've talked about their quick temper as well. They get angry easily. Choleric get angry easily. But you can always tell them to be patient. And at times, when you tell other children, leave there and they go, choleric will not run like that. At times, tell them why. I've seen parents who lost control over their children just because you are trying to be bossy over your choleric child. And they will become hostile. They will become defensive against you. And quickly you will hear, daddy don't like me. Mommy don't like me. No. If you notice that your child is choleric, what work for them is what? Call them and talk to them. If you notice that there was a time when I was in school, I was a student leader, someone in my team, she was so a kind of, should I say, revoltive. She revolts easily. She can easily just fire back at you, while others don't do that. What I did was to study her. Okay, this is who she is. Okay, this is what you want to do. Why not do it this way? So at times, take time to explain things to them. Take them to let them see why. If they don't know why, you cannot easily convince them. Then, choleric, like I said, they have these controlling tendencies. They want things done their own way most of the time. Even if they are working under you, maybe you are their leader and they are assisting. Most of the time, a good number of them will want things done their own way. So these are some of the weaknesses that you should work on. Don't just say I'm choleric. When this your weaknesses is making you to fall out of place with your colleagues, do what? Work on it. Don't just say that is who I am. You can work on yourself, except if you choose not to. Then if you check, most of the time they have this low emotional sensitivity. In most cases, choleric don't have empathy. They don't pity you. They don't. A phlegmatic will still pity you. See, if you owe choleric money, you try it. If somebody is owing you money, look for that your choleric child. Tell him, this person is owing me money, go and collect it. I'm serious. Or you are doing business. That's why if you see people that are doing all this daily contribution, go and check. Choleric lo man so control on you. Oh, ni sonke. You understand me? You want to do something, you want to do fundraising, give it to them. Everybody will pay. Most of the time, because naturally they lack empathy. And at times, that's a weakness. It's a weakness. Lack of empathy. Because as choleric, know that you are leading human being. You are dealing with human being. So, understanding the fact that you are dealing with human being have emotion. Try to listen to people. Everything must not be your own way. But if choleric tell you do this, even when you are dying, they don't, most of the time, they are just too harsh. Someone like me, most of the time, I do have issue with some of them. Let me tell you the truth, even though I have a touch of it also. I just have to be honest there. But in most cases, try to be a listener. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. Cholerics are poor listener. Then another thing you see is most of the time they overwork themselves. They want to be the one to do. They want to be the one to do everything. Even if you are working with them in a team, they micromanage their team. It's a very bad weakness. It's a very bad weakness. You want to be the one to do this. You want to be the one to do that. You want to be the one. Everything must have a touch of you. And at the end of the day, when your team members notice it, what do? They will leave the task for you. You will now begin to complain. I'm the only one. See, I've worked with a team before. That my team lead is choleric. You want to carry camera, you want to be the one. You want to carry this, you want to be. So for everything. So at the end of the day, people stepped back. Because even when you are doing it, you will still complain about everything you do. He started complaining. You people are not serious. You people are not committed. I'm the only one doing this. I'm the only one doing all the things. You left all the work for me. Why won't they leave it for you when you want to do everything? Mr. Sabinos will sabi everything. So being choleric, most of the time, they easily overwork themselves. And that's another tendency that I will like you to work on. If you know you have the choleric temperament. If not, see, if you go and overwork yourself and you pack off, another person will take over almost the next day. Learn to work with people. Learn to use people in your team so that you will not be burned out. I've talked about stubbornness. Most of the time, choleric are stubborn and they are competitive. Now, quickly before we round up on this segment, what are the best career options for choleric? If you know you have choleric temperament, number one, you can go into politics. Most politicians are choleric. And you know politics, especially in Nigeria, demands ruggedness. So, as someone with choleric temperament, you can consider politics. You can consider being a lawyer. Yes. You can consider being a lawyer. You can choose to go into military as well as someone that have the choleric temperament. You can go also into what? Military. Maybe being a soldier, Air Force, Navy, and so on. So if you have a choleric child, just take note. Works that demand. You can go into business. In fact, I think cholerics, most of the time, they make good CEO. Just that you will now need to hire someone who is not choleric to be your manager. You will now need to hire someone. So if you are, as an entrepreneur, if by temperament, you are choleric as the CEO, your manager should be someone maybe melancholic, someone that is an introvert, so that he can manage you very well, so that he will also be able to tolerate your excesses. All right, so that being said, we'll be wrapping it up on this segment of temperament for today. We'll go on a short musical break and we'll look into what we have next. All right, ìyá mi máa ṣe ohun rere, gbàdúrà fún mi, bàbá mi máa ṣe ohun rere, gbàdúrà fún mi. That is that, coming from Christy Essien. Even though I did not call the phone line, people are calling in. Let's just pick one or two calls. People are calling in. Maybe they have one or two things to say or ask about the choleric temperament. So feel free. Hello.
I celebrate you.
Okay, Emeka.
You see, since last week,
Yes.
you are beginning to sound like all those religious people because I don't understand though.
Okay.
Because the way they talk, it could be like say they another different, maybe it come from another different world.
Okay, no.
Let me pay attention too much. You see, I just want to ask you something because you know, say me I don't go school well.
Okay.
Na technical school I go.
All right.
So now, in this scenario now, you be man. If they do something, maybe if they train your pikin in this way, they train your pikin, they do everything. And the woman where you born that pikin for, they appreciate you. And they know they appreciate you, teaching a smart, and they come carry that pikin. say he want train like he want train am. You know which one we come start to dey complain. I want to know the bracket. The bracket where do that woman dey? Is this scenario abi clinical? Me I don't know the name because since last week I begin to wonder whether I don enter those I don't understand. So I want to know the bracket where the person dey. Madam.
All right, okay, Mika, thank you so much. Thank you so
Wait,
much.
I want paper for phone. Wait. I want paper more. I want paper more. If you understand me, I want paper more.
All right, so what you are saying is, like when it comes to child raising, there is a way you want your children to be raised, right?
Yes.
But your wife said, okay, she wants to do it the other way.
No way.
Yeah, her own way, right? And later she started complaining.
No, I can't. And they started, he carry them and they want teacher for their own way. And they know this one more to start to complain. We see the arrow is there.
All right, now.
Wait, I want paper more.
Okay, go ahead.
I say I want paper, not be go ahead. If they talk, I want paper. I want to know
yes,
the
go ahead with the taping. Now, okay, Mika.
Wait.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Baker, if you are hearing us, like I said, any temperament can be stubborn. One thing I said is, temperament is different from character. Character is what you build. Now there is a place for emotional intelligence. If you notice that, okay, this is the way this person behaves, what you come to from to your own mind is, how do I handle her? Like the woman in court now, I don't really know her, and I have not really understand how things work out for her. So I cannot say this is a specific temperament. So Ogemeka, you may be choleric while she is sanguine, and it may be choleric. Now, if two choleric marry each other, argument will always come because both of them, they are no grief for anybody. So if two choleric come together, that's why when it comes to relationship, we always say, okay, maybe a choleric can marry someone that is maybe sanguine. Sanguine is not strong-willed, even though they are lousy. You can easily control sanguine. So you must understand your temperament, and you must understand the temperament of your partner as well. So if it is choleric versus choleric, argument will always come. Now, if it is choleric versus phlegmatic, in a situation where a phlegmatic did not feel maybe I have been well listened to, phlegmatic like it when you listen to them, most of the time they may become stubborn as well. So it is just a matter of you understanding who you are, then understanding who your partner is. So let's assume it's someone I know, I can easily say, but remember, human being naturally will develop character. Even an introvert also have their own side where they disagree with you. I believe I've been able to answer your question a little. Let's pick another one. Hello? Come on. It is not clear. You can call us back. All right. Understanding the season. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And if you want us to reach out, help us greet your loved ones, feel free to call our marketing line 081 6904 2795. Our greeting card is a Valentine greeting card. We help you to reach out to them. We help you to make the day memorable as well. Feel free to call our marketing line again 081 6904 2795. All right, still in the spirit of Valentine. For the youth who are out there, those in secondary school, tertiary institution, or even you're already working, let's say something to ourselves as well. Tomorrow is 14th of February. Tomorrow is 14th of February, Valentine's Day. And I would just like to just give one or two advice to all our youths who will be celebrating Valentine's tomorrow. I'm not alone in the studio. Before we go, I would also like Sewanu Gunovi to say one or two things to the youth. Over to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Valentine is here, and it's the season to show love. Even if you are sanguine, choleric, melancholy, phlegm, you can still show love to one another. But what is the essence? Don't forget the essence of Valentine. It's just February 14. Someone posted something. He said, I see Saturday I see Saturday, you see Valentine. Our perspective are different. So it's just a day in the 12 calendar month, and it's not a day to lose your values. If you want to celebrate, let me pick the words of Mr. Festus. He says, celebrate responsibly. So if you want to celebrate, show love responsibly, and don't lose your values because it's Valentine. And apart from don't lose your values, for those who are in a serious relationship, you know where you are headed to, you have a good partner, you are looking into the future together, don't let February 14 pressure you to lose a valuable relationship because of unrealistic expectations.
All right. That's a good one from Mary Sewanu. She said, don't let February 14, right, make you to lose your good relationship
Yes.
because of unrealistic expectation. So that's just that. And before we round up, still on this on the Valentine note, tomorrow is Valentine Day. It's all about love. And one thing we should all understand, love is beyond romance. Think of how you can make somebody feel better tomorrow. And not only tomorrow, every day. We say love is a feeling. Love is an emotion that expresses itself via goodwill. So show the goodwill to someone tomorrow. And not only tomorrow, let's make it a way of life.
Exactly.
Tomorrow is just Valentine Day, just to mark the event. But let every day be a day where we show love to people. It's not all about romance. If you know those who are hungry, show them love tomorrow. If you know those who are sick, you can pay the hospital bill of someone tomorrow. It's part of love. It must not always be pecky something. No. You want to say something?
Yeah, even the man named Valentine, it was his show of love to people, right? That made this a feast that everyone wants to celebrate.
So show somebody love. It must not always be romantic love, like I said. Love is sacrificial. Make a sacrifice to make somebody feel good tomorrow. If you know students in your environment whose parents are still struggling to pay their school fees, and God have blessed you with enough, show them love. That's your child. Someone pay the school fees of another person. It's part of what? Showing love. You have enough clothes to wear, and you know someone who doesn't have enough. Do what?
Sure.
Show them some love. Just show love tomorrow. Valentine. And don't let it be tomorrow alone. Tomorrow is just Valentine Day. Let's make it our habit to make other people feel better through our talk, through our work, through our action. And like I said, in everything you do, as we bring Youth Pulse to a close for this week, in everything that you do, I want to tell you, always aspire to be a better version of yourself. Let love live. Let love lead. Let love live. Live, love, and love. Live, love, and love. Until we meet again next week, Friday, I want to tell all of you that you should just remain positive and always aspire to be a good version, a better version, an upgraded version of yourself. For those who may want to ask one or two questions, like Oga Emeka and others, you can call my private line 081 6711 9357. I come again 081 6711 9357. I remain Festus Adelaja or Mobabatisha. See you all next week, Friday.